Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are here for Symphogear, but not Season 3, not yet. So what I decided to do was, I was told about the OVAs, or the OVAs, thanks to Bamps and Marsh. Thank you for telling me about them. They're roughly an episode length in total, so my plan is to watch both of them here and now in this one video. Because of the way that I do my reactions, them being timer based, as you guys know from watching everything else from me, what I plan on doing is I do my countdown. You guys sync up with the first episode or the first OVA, and then we're gonna watch that one all the way to the end, and then right away I'm gonna do another countdown for you guys, and we will go straight into the next OVA in the same video and go through that one as well. So that way we can get it all done in this video. That way I don't have to do two separate videos, edit two separate videos, and all that. It can all be packed into one. And then also I will be releasing it, like obviously just one video for you guys. And then next week we will get into Season 3 rather than doing OVA 1 this week, OVA 2 next week kind of thing, and making you guys wait 2 more weeks before we get into Season 3. So that's the plan. I'm looking forward to these. I will say, I wanted to make sure that they were working and everything, so I briefly looked at like a couple seconds and I saw what the animation is like, and I'm actually kind of excited. It looks fun and goofy. So I actually only really saw like a couple still frames. I just wanted to make sure, like I cut like halfway through the episode and only saw like Tsubasa or something, just to make sure that it was like fully loaded and everything. But yeah, there might not be, actually there most likely won't be subtitles right here like I normally do. One, I don't know if I can extract them like I normally do with my process of getting them on the screen with this setup, but also just trying to coordinate it with two separate videos in the same thing. I could do it, it wouldn't be very hard, but I think I'll just not worry about the subtitles for these since they're just OVAs. Hopefully it doesn't mess with you guys too much. I will still try to do the little video in the corner here to help you guys sync up, give you a little bit of like 15 seconds or whatever like I normally do, so that way you guys can try to sync up. I also want to apologize for last week's video where things weren't synced up perfectly. If you synced with the video in the corner, you were good, but the timer was a little off, and that was because what I did was I loaded up the episode, and when I loaded up it played for like a second, and then I paused it and started my video and everything, and usually I go back to the very beginning and go from there. I forgot to go back to the beginning, so the timer's messed up because I started a second or two in. I tried to think of a way that I could fix it and then re-upload it, but I couldn't really think of a way that I could do that without, you know, either my countdown is going to be wrong or the timer is going to be wrong. It's like, I didn't really know how to fix that. Maybe there was a way, my big brain just couldn't think of it, but yeah, either way, let's get started with the OVAs, and then after we're done both of them, I will talk about both of them together. So we'll have a little discussion. However long that will be, I'm not sure. It depends on the meatiness of these. So yeah, let's get started with OVA 1, guys. We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. So quiet. Oh, roughly 2 weeks after destroying the moon shard. So this is before Season 2, right? Destroying the moon shard. Yeah, this is when everyone thinks they're dead. Cool. This animation's adorable. She is going on a rant. Oh, Chris. Emo Chris. Pizza. As delicious as they are fattening. Oh man. Fun little bits. And then we just start again. uh, welcome party. Gendro. Yeah. Yeah. We shall go show everyone we're alive. Oh. I want some secret government organization to pay for my living expenses. I love some of the cutaways too. Uh-oh. Noise! Oh my god. Are we gonna get to see them fight in this animation? Do that kind of thing at home. Oh, Miku. Oh, this is when they reunited. That kind of hurts a little. I love the subtitles. Just keep racking on the hibikis at the top. Oh my god, they're covering the screen. Oh god. They sat there till the sun went down? Or started going down? Good question. The music comes from the gear? Oh no! Oh, jeez. She's going ham! Can't you sleep on the bottom bunk and store stuff on the top bunk? Aww. Yeah. Ah, that gives me Gon and Killua vibes. When Killua said that same thing to Gon. I don't blame her. She has to buy those? Of course. Buying a shrine. Interesting. Oh my god, it's big. He carried that? Oh, that's very sweet. Why was he stopped? Because he was carrying that, or because he was capable of carrying that? A quiz variety show. What could they possibly want from me? Of course she'd know that. I like how we have that little cut to just move on to the next question. Oh, we're going fast now. Oh no! Her obsession with swords has done her in. Alright. Mr. Ogawa, very devious. That's very sweet. No. Alright. I believe that is it. Just make sure there's nothing here within the last couple of seconds. Yeah, we're good. Alright, very cool. That was a lot of fun. And as I said, we're going to be moving right into the second one, guys. So let me get that one up. Let me make sure that the subtitles are on, which they are now. So, yeah, like I said, we'll do the discussion for that one and this one after we finish this one. So we're going to be getting started with OVA 2, guys, right now. So we're gonna start the countdown here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. The day before. The day before what? Oh, I guess it said Queens of Music on there. I guess that makes sense. So is this the... Is this where she got on stage with Maria, or is this something else? Was it the Queens of Music, that grouping that we had at the very start of season 2? I think that was the only concert we had all through season 2. She's trying to say that Hibiki has a different sailor at every port. Hey, Maria! Aw. Nothing but meat! I'm a very picky eater too, but I've actually been expanding my diet recently. She's going ham. Oh my god! Oh my god! Zoom in! The day of the event. Oh. Love when you just have like some food that just tastes better than you would have expected. Those monsters. What, hmm. Is Maria supposed to be Japanese? Like, because she's like an international singer, right? Is she supposed to be like another nationality? It's kind of hard to tell in anime. I never really thought about it. But having the name Maria is not really a traditional... I don't think it's a very traditional Japanese name. A few days after the terrorist group appears. Ever since the quiz. Oh. Just the stars in his eyes. Sentinel cooking. After FIS abandoned their hospital hideout. Hey, Shirabe. Kivika. Good enough. Are they gonna eat the whole thing? Yep, of course. After FI, oh, that's the same thing. Whoa! What was that, Shirabe? I need to study up on history a bit more, too. Brain food. All right. And that's it. That's so funny. Both of those are true. Death! Some of these are so short, it's just funny how fast they cut. Did Maria come to the rescue? Oh. Poor Maria. After the breakdown of negotiations between FIS and the US government. So this is where Ver interrupted them with, well, I guess it already was breaking down, and then the noise showed up from Ver. Just... Kiriko, just death, death, death. Oh, jeez. After completing the hero story training course. Oh boy. What is it? What? Oh. Oh, we're flashing back to the first one. Oh, I didn't read the lyrics. That was my bad. I was just rocking out to the music. Maybe I'll go back and read the lyrics at that part. I didn't think it was gonna have to do with the second part of that little clip. Yeah. They're just walking away while they're still talking. Yeah, I hope so. Just before the beginning of a new story. No spoilers! What? Alrighty. Oh, that was fun. And that is it, guys, for both of the OVAs. That was really goofy. I love the little animation. It's like a it's like a chibi, but also just drawn with like colored pencil and stuff like that. I loved it. I really did. It was great. Oh man. There was also a lot of cool little things in there that I feel like you could very easily overlook that just kind of tie some things into the story that we didn't get to see. Like in the first one, just having a little bit of while they were stuck in the room, when they were supposed to be dead, like we didn't really get to see any of their perspective of them having to wait like that, you know? And it was just kind of like, oh, all of a sudden they're back. And but they had to spend however, I can't remember, was it like it was like months, right? I don't remember the exact time frame between did I it would have been like between season like it would have been either right at the end of season 1 or right at the beginning of season 2 that we learned the time, but yeah, I didn't write it down, so I'm not exactly sure how long it was that they were stuck in that room and everything, but that was neat, right? Like just being able to see a little bit of that, a little bit of like the goofy antics of what they got up to while they were in there. Obviously, Hibiki's gonna freak out about what Miku was thinking and not being there, and but had a lot of good gags with it, and also getting more of Chris's mindset because you know we kind of flashed to a couple scenes of her being in her more emo state because that was before she really like started to um open up to everyone and everything. She had just gotten there. She was still on edge and nervous and stuff like that. So once again, we get to see a little bit of her still like brooding and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. One of the funny things, well, I mean, a lot of it was funny. It had a lot of little laughs in there. But them talking about music coming from the gear, like she she compared the gear to a karaoke machine, and then the lyrics just come to them, kind of thing. Um, so like, does that mean that music actually emanates from, because obviously we know they're singing, and for us or at least what I thought, for us the audience, they played like the background music, like the background instruments and everything. But is that to tell us that the background instruments are coming from the acoustics of the, is that the right word? Either way, like they supply the lyrics, but then the actual music part of it comes from their gear. So does that mean while they're fighting, everyone can like hear that too? And all that. Like I imagine they could probably hear the music, or I mean the singing, if they were nearby. But I didn't realize that it was a full blown like they're playing a concert while they fight. That's crazy. I would be like, I would be a person that dies to the noise because someone just flew by me with gear that is, this crazy outfit playing music and singing, and I'd be like, oh, what's that? And I'd go watch. But I just thought that was interesting, and it's an interesting thing to talk about in OVA because, for one, I mean, it could all be bullshit, right? Like maybe that was just a little gag that they played, and maybe that's not actually the case, but it's just really funny to think that. It almost I feel like you could almost go back and watch season 1 and 2 again and like recontextualize like all their fighting scenes and think of it as like music spouting from their armor at the same time, and just I wonder what it would be like to watch it in that regard. But either way, that was interesting. Another cool thing was I think we got a little bit more to the reuniting with Miku, right? Of them kind of just like Miku sitting there in Hibiki's arms until like the sun started going down and stuff like that. Just another like little touch that just adds on to the story as well, which is pretty cool. I was really confused with Chris buying a shrine. I thought it was just like, oh, she just has a weird like sense of taste or whatever, but then she dropped you know, I want to pay my respects to I want to be able to pay my respects to my parents in my home and everything. And it's like, no, like, way to go, Chris. Of course you're gonna take like something goofy and funny and turn it into like, oh, that's like both sweet and sad. Oh man. Uh Another little addition in the second OVA was Maria meeting Tsubasa before the concert, because we kind of just jumped into them at the concert together, right? Like up on stage singing. We didn't get to see any kind of like face to face prior to the concert, I don't think anyway. Um so having that little bit was kind of cool, having, you know, Tsubasa kind of be impressed with her, but then Maria like freaking out because Tsubasa is such like an uptight personality. Like she's obviously a very sweet girl deep down and everything, but she's very like straight laced and rigid and stuff like that. In most circumstances, I can understand why Maria was like instantly intimidated by her. But but yeah, also one of the little jokes about the way Kiriko was sitting and Shirabe saying, I need to find a way to tell her that her panties are, like, she's flashing her panties when she sits like that. And it's funny that Shirabe mentions that, because whenever I see a character sitting like that, I'm fairly certain we've seen Kirika, at the very least Kirika, maybe some of the other characters, sitting like that in the show. And, you know, it's always like, you know, obviously I know they're not cameras, but it's like the angle that they're showing us, their leg is always in the way, so it's, you know, it's no big deal. But like, I always think of it from like, why are you sitting like that? If anybody else walks by, they're gonna see it. Like, obviously, I know this is an anime, it doesn't matter, like, no one actually is gonna walk by and see them like that, but I'm sitting there like worried for their health. You know, like, you're gonna give people the wrong idea. You gotta stop that. But it's funny because, you know, like I said, when I saw those scenes, that's kind of like some of the thoughts that go through my mind, but I don't say it because I feel like it's kind of weird, like just being like overprotective for these young girls. And uh but uh but having Shirabe mention it here, I just thought it was pretty funny. Yeah, I wanted to go back actually. Can I find, oh, here it is. I want to listen to the lyrics because they talked about how, like, oh, they flash back to the idea that it's, you know, the lyrics come from the heart and what's on your mind at the time and everything. And I wanted to hear what or I wanted to actually read what the lyrics were for the song that Miku was hearing to make her freak out. I won't ever let you go. I won't let you go anywhere far. Is this so? Shit. This is gonna test my ability. Is this Miku? Oh, shit. So, I'm not good with music, guys, so I'm gonna let you guys let me know. Let me know in the comments, so that way if anyone else is wondering, put it in the comments of this video. And if anyone else is wondering, what song was this? Was this Miku? Because I can see why she was so embarrassed. Based off the lyrics, is she like rewatching a broadcast of when she was in the gear, and what she was singing about? I can't remember, and I have a hard time identifying voices during singing, so I don't remember the context of this one, but let me know because that's really funny. But yeah, I love you this much. Look how much I love you. It's just all about love. But yeah, then they flash back to the lyrics just come to me from within. Miss Sakurai used to say the lyrics reflect the imagery the user forms in their mind. Yeah, and she's like has that super embarrassed. So either I feel like it's Hibiki and Miku's realizing that maybe she's singing about her and that stuff, but I think it's more likely that that song was Miku and she was like re-listening to it and heard what she was saying. but yeah, I was just curious about the context of that song. Like I said, I would be surprised if it wasn't Miku in that situation, because that seems like the most genuine response you'd get. That kind of embarrassed response would be because of that. But does it actually say right before the clip? We always have like a little image. Did I miss it? Let's see here. So after the Frontier's emergence, yeah. So after the right after the Frontier's emergence is where Miku was, like, did come out, right? Or wait, did she come out? She came out on the boat, right? So this would have been after the Frontier's emergence, would have been after the situation, which I guess would have meant that the situation would have already happened. She would have went back and maybe heard it. Again, either way, let me know, guys, which song that was. But there's no point in me trying to speculate, just because I'm really bad at identifying that stuff, so I have no idea. But that's really funny, assuming that it is Miku's song. I guess that would be really embarrassing to, like, you know, you're in it, you're in the moment, you're going ham. Like, honestly, sometimes I'm a little bit embarrassed by, like, the way I handle my discussions and some of my reactions and stuff. Sometimes I'm like, oh, why did I say that? Or what, you know, like, after the fact, but I get on a roll where I'm just talking and ranting and going off, and I'm not really stopping to, like, think about what I'm going to talk about next, and I just go ham. Nothing usually as embarrassing as that, but sometimes it's like, sometimes I won't know what to say next, and I'll kind of repeat the same, like, something I've already talked about, and that's where I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, damn it, kind of thing. And obviously I could just go back and edit some of it out, but I like keeping it as genuine as possible. Like, that's me, you know? Sometimes it's hard. Like, I watch other reactors that are like group reactors where they have multiple people, and it's kind of nice because they trade off talking. Like, one person will say one thing, it kind of gives the other person time to stop and think about what to talk about next. Whereas for me, if I wanted to stop and think, then I just have to do a lot of cutting of, like, the dead time. Instead, I kind of just go from one point to the next. I take little notes during the videos in order to give myself little talking points and stuff like that. But overall, guys, I really enjoyed these OVAs. I will definitely be doing a similar thing. I don't know how many there are for the other seasons, but once we finish season 3, I'm pretty sure there's more. And we'll do it again. If they're roughly one episode's length, I'll do them all in one video like I did here. If they're more than that, then I will split them up probably. But just because I don't like doing insanely long videos, unless I have to for, like, a movie or something like that. But yeah, had a lot of fun, had a lot of laughs. It was really funny. So I really enjoyed the art style and animation style and everything. It was really goofy. It added to the humor, and I had a lot of fun with it. So, and I feel like it did add to the story. It wasn't something where it was just like, you know, I guess it was like, I could have gone without seeing it, you know, but I'm glad I did, because, like I said, it added some things. So, very cool. But that's going to be it for me, guys. As usual, hit that subscribe button. Check out my Patreon if you want to be back for Season 3. On my Patreon right now, if you're watching this on YouTube, on my Patreon right now will be the rest of Symphogear, Season 3, 4, and 5. So check that out if you're interested. The link is in the description below if you're already supporting me on there. Thank you so much once again to all of you guys that support me there. So, yeah, I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.